Yo, what's up everyone? Abigor here today. I'm back with another banging video. So, today we are talking about everyone's favorite women's wrestler, the greatest women's wrestler of all time, right? Mercedes Mone. Yeah, remember when she said that BS about her being the greatest women's wrestler of all time? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're back on her again because she is doing something that is very similar to another wrestler, aka what AEW always do. They always like to copy things and just doing copy paste things every single time. So what Mercedes is basically doing is, she has all these belts now and saying that I'm the ultimate champion because I have what 4 or 5 belts right now. But you're basically trying to be like Kenny Omega. You're basically just trying to reminisce Kenny Omega, bro. Because Kenny Omega did it first, but that doesn't mean it was good because Kenny Omega wasn't good either. But for Mercedes, bro, this is what she has to do to revive her career because her career is pretty much dead. She's not a big star right now. She was a bigger star when she was in WWE because that's what WWE does. They make these big stars. They give these people blue check marks. Know what I'm saying? And you're being overpaid to do all this goofy stuff. Like she hasn't put anyone over. Mercedes hasn't put anyone over since she left. Since she left. You wanna know why she hasn't put anyone over? Because she has this big ego to where she thinks that everything revolves around her. She needs to win every single match that's in her way. And if she doesn't agree to one match, guess what she's gonna do? She'll walk out on you. You wanna know why I know that? Because it happened before. Remember? No, her no Naomi walked out. Remember that? Anyways, yeah, man. And this is basically what she's reminiscing with Kenny Omega about the belt collector stuff, right? Listen, you holding multiple belts at once does not mean anything, bro. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Mercedes Moné could hold 72 belts for all I care, bro. She could hold 89 belts, bro. It does not matter. You will still be a jobber. You will forever be a jobber, and no one will care. I don't know if I heard that. That was Marvin, but yeah, no one will care. No one will care. And pretty much no one has cared when she debuted in AEW. And no one cares right now. She has all these belts just going around just burying talent because this is pretty much all she's been doing for the past 2 years is basically just burying talent. And she was doing the same thing when she was in WWE too, but we don't forget. We do not forget, y'all. But yeah, man. Just basically just doing her same thing every single time and just basically just doing her job or stuff. Just saying that, yeah, I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time. I have 4 belts now, y'all. Y'all see how cool I look? Forget Becky, forget Bailey, forget Charlotte, forget Bianca, forget Io, forget Rhea, forget all these other people. I'm the real champion. I'm the real star. Forget Trish, forget Lita. Know what I'm saying? Forget China. Forget Stacy Keebler. I'm the real star. I'm the real women's wrestler. Come on, bro. Be for real, bro. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. Yeah, she's the GOAT because she's holding 4 titles at once. She's holding 4 meaningless titles at once that nobody cares about because nobody cares about the TBS title. I don't think anyone ever cared about the TBS title because it's such a jobber's title that it doesn't have no meaning to it. And it's basically just her doing her jobber stuff. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. So you come out here, you do all this goofy stuff, you do all this jobber promo stuff, and you literally botch Owen Hart's name on the mic, bro. How do you botch his name about the Owen Hart tournament? We should say Open Hart, Oaken Hart, something like that. How do you botch Owen Hart's name, my boy? And I still think it's ridiculous of what AEW is doing with this whole Owen Hart stuff, bro. They're still doing it years later. But at the same time, bro, like this is just stupid. And if she enters this tournament, my bad, y'all. Hold up. All right. So if she enters this tournament, then she's probably just gonna uh put herself over all the way to winning the tournament all the way, and just bury even more talent and try to submit her legacy into becoming the greatest wrestler of all time, being the GOAT. My bad, y'all. She just say just women. She said for the men and women. She said she's the GOAT. This is why Mercedes Mone is the most overrated females wrestler of all time. Because she thinks that she's this big deal, which she's not. Like I said, you didn't make an impact in WWE. You're still not making an impact now. And you're trying to reminisce Kenny Omega. And it's not all that good because Kenny Omega is also a jobber. You know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about him. We're talking about you, Mercedes. Everyone's favorite women's wrestler, Mercedes Mone. Like, come on, bro. Like, what will you understand and what will you get that you're not as important as you are, bro? You're not as important as you think you are anymore. Vince did everything he could to make you satisfied. He put the women's title on you. He gave you the women's tag titles. He gave you all these matches. He gave you all these feuds. He gave you all this stuff for the women's division, and you still gave up on him. You still walked out. So that's your own fault. That's your own problem. Look, we all see that Triple H bar at CM Punk, bro. And if she leaves AEW, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes back to WWE either. Let's face it, bro. If Vince was still running this company, bro, CM Punk would never came back. Because he don't forget, bro. And I would have did the same thing. Because if I had a wrestling company, bro, and I had a talent that walked out on me, you're not coming back in my company, bro. You're gone. Once you leave, you leave. Once you walk out, you're done for. You're done. Goodbye. You're not coming back. You gave up on me. You left me. So you're not coming back. Because once you're out, you're out. You're done for. You're not coming back. Because I'm not about to give a person another chance that gave up on me, bro. Like, come on, dog. But it's best for business, though, right? That's what it's for. It's best for business. But what type of business could y'all be doing if you're going back to the company that you were literally complaining about? CM Punk. But that's the whole thing about it. Because Mercedes Mone is not a real star. You're not a real star. You've never been a real star. The only people that say you're real stars is your stan fans. These stan fans that spam these stupid uh reality show memes every single day. They spam the same memes every day. Like it's not funny, bro. I haven't laughed not once seeing those memes, bro. It's not funny, bro. Y'all are not funny. Y'all need to quit it, bro. Like I don't get this whole narrative about just her being a GOAT, just holding four meaningless belts and just copying other wrestlers, just like AEW been doing. This is not nothing new. We've called this out multiple times, and y'all still can't get it right. But nope, nobody's gonna care because it's AEW. Everybody would have cared if it was WWE doing it because everybody just like to hate on WWE. They just want WWE to get canceled so bad. But what about AEW? Look at AEW. Look at what they're doing. They're doing the exact same stuff, yet nobody says anything because they just love Mercedes so much. Like, come on, bro. I said her leaving was not a big deal. It still wasn't a big deal. I still said how her run was a flop. It still is a flop. You know what I'm saying? And just keep doing the same goofy stuff. So y'all gotta stop this narrative, bro. But yeah, bro. That's pretty much all I gotta say about here, man. Because Mercedes is the biggest jobber in the entire planet. But yeah, bro. Comment down below what you think about this topic as always. I know Marcus clicked on this video just to listen to Mercedes because that's all he does is simple Mercedes all day. Even though she looks like a Denver Bronco, Marcus. But yeah, man. Enough about that. No, I'll see y'all in the next video though. Peace.